Good morning everyone. Welcome again in online computer classes. Students, that in a previous class I send you and I prepare one online quiz of a chapter 1 of lesson 1, evolution of computer. Hope you enjoyed. But I saw that very few students, some students only appear that online quiz. So again, I just request you, I just tell you that again also you can go for it. Open that from Form 5, RKC Online Form 5 YouTube link. You can find out that video, and you know that already I told you that I put that online quiz link in that description box. Still that video is there, still that link also there. You can go, you can open that video, you can just search that video from that RKC Online Form 5 class, online classes, and search that video, and through that link you can go for a online computer quiz. Definitely you will enjoy, and that is just revision of your lesson 1 also. Okay, so those that not attempt that online quiz, they can do again also. They can go for it and they can do it. Okay students, now today I will start lesson 2, chapter 2. Okay, and recently you will get your textbook also from school. I will send you that. If you not get, then we will send you that PDF in a PDF format this chapter. Okay, so recently you will get this chapter, but today I start this chapter. Chapter name is software and its types. So let's start. Yes. Lesson 2, software and its types. Yes. I have taken this content from your textbook only. So it is very familiar, because whenever you get your textbook, easily you can get it, or whenever you get your PDF in a PDF format this chapter, then also you can open this lesson, and then again you can show this, you can see this video, and you can understand it, you can learn it this chapter. Okay, so that's why I have taken this content from your textbook only. Okay, now I start this lesson, software and its types. What is a software? I just read and then I will explain that we all react differently according to the various situations. Have you ever thought that how it becomes possible? Let us understand this with the help of an example. What happens when your teacher asks a question in the class? Definitely, if you know the answer, then you raise your hand. Okay, but how promptly you raise your hand, that is, this command is given by your brain. It means that, but who prompts you to raise the hand? It is the brain that gives you instructions to react like this. Similarly, a computer gets all the instructions from the software to perform various tasks. Software is the soul of a computer, without which it cannot exist. Now, what it means to say here, students, that it is explained here with that example, that if your teacher asks you any question in a class, then if you know the answer, then definitely you raise your hand. Okay, but why you raise your hand? Because your brain give you command and you follow as per your brain give you command or give you instruction. Not in this way, but each and every time, whatever we do, that a different activity. Okay, it's that our brain only give us instruction or give us command. If we want to walk, then our brain give a command to our legs and we start to walk. If we want to speak, then our brain give a command and we start to speak. Okay, so this is everything. It's a managed, it's controlled by our brain in our human body. Got it? Similarly in computer also. You know that computer, it is a machine. Okay, computer can't take any decision itself. We have to give an instruction, then only computer able to do work. So whatever that instruction given and that computer follow it. So this instruction from the software, it's given, and that different type of softwares are there, and that computer perform that various tasks. Okay, so software is the soul of a computer, without which it cannot exist. Okay, understood? Now, next, that computer is a machine that does not possess any intelligence of its own. Already I told you, students, that computer not do anything itself. Okay, that much it's not has intelligence that it start to do everything itself only. Okay, a computer without instruction is like a car without a driver. You know that if the car is there, but if not any driver, it not drive it, then the car, it is still that one object only. Okay, so here the same thing is there, that a computer, it is a device or it is a machine only. When we use as a user, or we are user, we use the computer, we give the command, we give the instruction, then only computer starts to do work. Okay, so it requires a set of instruction given by us to work on. If we want, how that if we want to do paint, then we open that paint application and then we start to drawing different drawing, whatever you want to draw. If we want to type a document, then we just start that Microsoft Word and we start typing. Got it? If we want to make a presentation, then we start PowerPoint and we start to make a presentation. So whatever different type of work we want to do on a computer, but when computer not do anything itself, we have to do on a computer, then as per our instruction, as per our command, computer follow our instruction and perform that various tasks. Got it? Okay. These sets of instructions are called programs. Whatever we give the instruction to the computer, these instructions are called programs. These programs are written in computer languages. Yes, for that programs you have to use computer language. There are many different languages available. As per your requirement, you have to use. Software is the collection of programs that are stored and run on a computer hardware and help user to work on the computer. Software is the part of a computer which cannot be touched or seen. Software is of two types, system software and application software. Now here there is a use that hardware and software. Students, I just want to recall you that in Form 4, in a first chapter only, input and output devices, you learnt that hardware and software. Hardware, it means that physical part of your computer, like CPU, monitor, keyboard, mouse, speaker. These all are known as a hardware because we can physically touch that parts, we can move here and there. Okay, so these all are physical parts of the computer known as a hardware. Okay, but the software we cannot be touched or seen, only we can feel. So software, there is a that already you learned in Form 4, that is what are hardware and software. Okay, hardware, it means that physical parts of your computer. Softwares are always inbuilt in your computer and you have to use as per your requirement. There are many different type of software. Okay, but now uh, uh, software is of a main two types software are there, system software and application software. Now I explain about that system software. Yes, system software is used for operating computer hardware. On other hand, application software is used by user to perform specific tasks. System software are installed on the computer when operating system is installed. On other hand, application software are installed according to user's requirement. Now, system software, it is already used with operating system of your computer. And whenever in your computer operating system is installed, with that operating system only your system software also included in that operating system. It's work together in a in your computer. Okay. But application software is used by user to perform specific tasks. As I told you, as I given you that example, Microsoft Word, if we want to type a document, then we use Microsoft Word. So it is a different application. But if I want to draw anything, then I don't use that Microsoft Word. I will use that Paint. So I can draw. Okay, so I use that different application. And if I want to create a PowerPoint presentation, so for that I will use that PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so that is also different application. So these all are application software. So this application software that you have to install in your computer as per your requirement. There are many application software are available. You can see here, I put here graph and I put here image that you can get it here. First, I just explain here. Look at here in this graph that hardware, CPU, disk, mouse, printer, these all are hardware parts, and then system software, your operating system. System, it means that students, I tell you that if you use Windows operating system, Windows operating system. So Windows, it is your operating system. If you have that Windows operating system in your computer, or if you use Linux, or that Mac, in a Apple. If you have Apple, then you use Mac. Okay, so these all are operating system. They known as a system software. Okay. And application software that you can see here in a bigger green color, light green color circle, application software, computer games. Yes, if you install that games in your, if you download games in your computer, then it is your application software. Then spreadsheet, word processor, it means that Microsoft Word, and if you use Linux, then this is you have to use. Then database, then internet browser, that Mozilla Firefox, or if you use Google Chrome. So these all are application software that you have to download it and you have to install in your computer. Look at here in this picture that the system software versus application software. Look at here in a system software that Windows operating system logo, it is here. Different Windows logo is there, Linux logo is here, Apple logo is here. So these all are operating system. Okay. And here application software. In application software you can see that this is a Word icon, this is Excel icon, this is a PowerPoint icon, this is Access icon. So these all are application software. Okay, got it? Now next. Yes, system software. System software is defined as a collection of programs that controls the overall operation and internal working of the computer system. It reads data from input devices and transfers the processed information to output device. System software is of two main types, operating system and utility programs. Yes, that I already show you that in this graph, that operating system and utilities. Okay. So system software is defined as a collection of programs that controls overall operation and internal working. As I just once again I give you that example of our brain. You know that our brain, it's control over all our body. Okay, whatever we do, different activities, it controlled by our brain. Hmm? Similarly here, that system software is a control all over the activity on in our computer system. Okay, and system software is again, there are two main types: operating system and utility program. Now I explain about operating system. Operating system is needed to operate a computer. An operating system controls the overall activities of computer. It acts as a link between the user and the hardware and enables them to work together. Yes, operating system, it is a one type of mediator. It's a connect user and hardware parts. As I told you students that a computer, it is only machine. If there is no operating system, then there is nothing use of that machine. And I used to say, it is really funny words, but then also I used to say that it is like a dabba. Okay, without any operating system, your monitor, your CPU, your keyboard, it's like a dabba only, because you can't use. Okay, so sorry. So in your computer system, there must operating system is needed. And why? Because it's operate your computer. Okay, and it's act as a link between the user and your hardware part. User, it means you are. Those are using computer, they are known as a user. So it's a link between the user and the hardware of your system. They have to do work together. Okay. There is one very nice example it is given. I just read example so easily you can get it. An operating system works like the principal of your school, as the principal has various responsibility to manage the school, like supervising students, teachers and workers, maintaining discipline, setting the examination schedule, timetable, curriculum, and attending parents and visitors, etc. In the same way, an operating system performs various functions to manage the working of a computer. Imagine what will happen if there is no principal in a school. Everything become a chaos. Everything will be mismanaged. Even students just realize that when any teacher, he or she not in your class, then what happened? The situation of your class. You can imagine. Okay? So, similarly, if the operating system of a computer is not working properly, you cannot work on it. Okay, got it? Here I once again I put that image, application software and operating system. Here you can see that YouTube, WhatsApp, Twitter, different icon of this all application software. I think that you are very much used to with this all icon nowadays, because mostly you use your parents' cell phone and your tablet only. So now you are very much used to with this all icon of application software. And here the application that operating system icon is it is given here, that Apple, then Windows icon, then Linux icon, then Android icon. Okay, so these all icons of operating system. Hope that now you got it, that application software and operating system both are different, or you can say that application software and system software both are different. Okay, so here I just show you the names, system software and application software. Okay, so it's make you more clear. Okay, system software like Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, Mac operating system, Linux, Unix, Android antivirus, disk formatting, computer language translators, these all are system software. And application software. Microsoft Office, Adobe Photoshop, Audacity, Linkspace, Visual Studio, VLC Media Player, Jet Audio, Picasa, Google Chrome, Tele. These all are application software as per your requirement, as per your uh, type of your work. You have to use application software. So hope you now you clear about that system software and application software. Now next, that the operating system is also required to run software like MS Word, Paint, MS Excel, etc. MS DOS, then MS DOS, it means Microsoft Disk Operating System, Windows XP, Windows 7, that already I given you that example. So students, hope you that you get it well uh, about this system software and application software. So I just uh, in this lesson 2 uh, till that applications system software and operating system, I just now stop it here. Now next content I will start in a next session, but and hope you that now you got it properly, that what is the use of a system software and why it is required in your computer system. Okay, so now we will meet in a next session, and then I will explain that next part of this chapter. Fine. Okay, bye.